Welcome to the send-off episode of the Indianapolis Colts. Madden 19 is officially out, and I wanted to give this series one last ride with the team. Now it's kind of an awkward situation. We're in the middle of a season. I'm not going to play all the way through the playoffs and all that stuff. So what I did, I simulated the rest of the season, playing maybe a few moments here and there. My main goal in this simulation was trying to get DeMarcus Meeks MVP. As you can tell from these highlights, he started to go off. And by the skin of his butt cheeks, DeMarcus Meeks takes MVP of the NFL. Matt Hedrick, our head coach, finished 4th in Coach of the Year. DeMarcus Meeks also takes Offensive Player of the Year, Offensive Rookie of the Year. Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Trevor Ruff. Phillip Russ and Marshall Stone were right behind him. Best running back, of course, DeMarcus Meeks. Best offensive lineman, Jack Mewert and Shaq Mason were 5 and 6 respectively. Best linebacker, Andy Dwyer, was number 7. Adam Vinatieri barely missed it, number 2 for best kicker. The final stats of the season, Andrew Luck 13 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. DeMarcus Meeks in his MVP campaign, 1,905 rushing yards, 22 rushing touchdowns. T.Y. Hilton led us with 807 receiving yards, 4 touchdowns. Meeks had 449 and 1 touchdown. Griffin Pine led the team in tackles with 101. Trevor Ruff had 96. Andy Dwyer led the team in sacks with 13. Reggie Ragland had 7. Rodriguez Jenas had 8. Sanchez Douglas, believe it or not, led the team in interceptions. What a beast. One of my favorite players throughout this series. As you can see, DeMarcus Meeks made it on a couple of season rushing touchdown records. After reading all the stats and records, I decided to give him his final XP boost. He had over 67,000 experience points to spend. I spread out my points and skills that I thought would help him throughout the simulation, such as awareness, ball carrier, vision carrying, those kind of things. All this boosted him up to a 93 overall. Did the same thing with Trevor Ruff. He ended up as a 91 overall. Simulated the postseason, we lost in the divisional round to the New England Patriots. Disappointing to see us get knocked out. The Patriots went on to win the Super Bowl. After this, I decided there's only one thing left to do with this team. We simulated 10 years just to see where everybody ends up. There was only 2 players remaining on the Colts roster, Trevor Ruff and Phillip Russ. Trying to find everybody else was a little bit of a struggle. We had Andrew Luck on the Packers, 79 overall at 40 years old, with 75 throw power, and he also has a 6,000 legacy score for the quarterbacks. Brendan Nutton's on the Redskins, 83 overall at 34 years old. DeMarcus Meeks retired with 13,000 legacy score, the number 5 running back of all time. But unfortunately, we won't be able to play with him anymore. Nick Sellers, completely MIA. He's not on the legacy leaderboard, he's not on any current roster, and he's not in free agency. Same thing happens for Reggie Ragland, Griffin Pine, Dirty Sanchez, and any other player I don't mention on this list. Marshall Stone ended up on the Giants. Taj Richardson is a free agent with 953 legacy score. Andy Dwyer retired as the best left outside linebacker of all time with 21,000 legacy score. Thankfully, Trevor Ruff is still on the Colts. He's been here the whole time. He's the 3rd best right outside linebacker with 6,000 legacy score. Phillip Russ is number 5 in cornerbacks all time with 4,000 legacy, and he is also still playing. Vinatieri, he was the best kicker of all time before we started playing with him, and he finished that way as well. As for me, Big Ol' Drewski, I finished number 19 as far as legacy score goes for the owners. I was very sad to see a lot of people go, whether it be retirements or completely disappearing altogether. There was only 7 players remaining in the entire league from our original team 10 years ago. And looking at our team, like there's good players there, a lot of young talent, but I really don't care to play with them. I want to get the boys back together. So what I did is I traded for all of the old gang. We picked up Andrew Luck. We picked up Brendan Nutton, Marshall Stone, Rodriguez Jenas, anybody that I could find from the old Colts roster. Here we go, boys. One last ride. Andrew Luck versus Parker O'Donnell. No idea who that guy is. Trevor Ruff in the tunnel. I'm getting emotional already. A lot of people we've never seen before. The old man, Andrew Luck, whose player model has not changed at all. Rodriguez Jenas. We miss Vinatieri too. Man, I wish Griffin Pine was here. Trevor Ruff's going to have to lead the team today. He tries to get past him. Ruff, he's a lot slower now at his old age. He's going over the top. Once again, Ruff not fast enough to get there. The old fart falling behind. There we go. He can still tackle though. Dropping this one short. We got him. That's Marshall Stone. He's trying to go to the outside. Somebody's open. That's a pick. That's going to be a pick six for Carey. The spin move. Never mind. That quarterback is flying. Let's see if Andrew Luck can still sling it. 75 throw power. He's got a man open. Woo! Andrew Luck still got it. Let's do this, Luck. He's open. Wide open. 2 for 2. Touchdown for Andrew Luck. We're going to send some pressure here. Can Ruff get the sack? Yes, sir! Like the good old days. He got the field goal. That was a pretty long one. 7-3. Get him, boys. Philip Russ making the tackle. Every single one of the old guys has made at least one tackle so far. It's been a fun one. Screen pass. Get there, Ruff. Woo! Gave him a hit stick on the screen pass. What a throw from Luck. 4 for 6 on the day. Oh, he's beat his man over here. Luck is still throwing darts. 40 years old.
12 seconds later.
Oh, that one's on me. Tried to force it deep. Still making bad decisions after all this time. What the heck was that, Trevor? That guy's chilling open. Oh, that guy's even more open. Makes it 10-7. Like they do always. They're pressing up on our guy. He's just going to streak. I'm going to give him a chance. He caught it. Oh my goodness, what a play. You know, for 75 throw power, Andrew Luck can still hurl it downfield. Sadly, our kicker does not have the kick power to make it all the way. As you can tell, Brendan Nutton is a little depressed. What a catch. Nutton gets his first completion for the Colts in a long time. Oh my goodness! Amazing catch on 3rd down. It was kind of a goofy throw from Nutton. Let's see that again off of his back foot. Money though, one-handed catch. Another beautiful pass on the run from Brendan Nutton. He's going to have to roll out. Oh my, wow. He is so much slower than he used to be. What a good run with this team. We ended up losing the game. Still fun to run with these old farts one last time. It was an absolute blast playing with this team. 50,000 yards. Brendan Nutton, 38,000 on his career. Very impressive, honestly. Wish we could have seen the career rushing stats of Nick Sellers and DeMarcus Meeks. Unfortunately, we can't. 3,000 rushing yards for Andrew Luck. 2,400 for Brendan Nutton. Trevor Ruff finished with 1,100 tackles. Philip Russ had 900. Stone had 700. 65 total sacks for Trevor Ruff. 63 for Marshall Stone. Philip Russ had 31 interceptions on his career. Trevor Ruff had 9. 12 forced fumbles for Trevor Ruff. 10 for Stone. 9 for Philip Russ. This might seem weird, but Nathan Peterman almost set an NFL record for passing yards in a season in 2025 with 5,380 with the Colts. There's DeMarcus Meeks. 5 touchdowns in one game in 2020. Wish this series didn't have to end so abruptly. I know I was very inconsistent at times. Nonetheless, hope you guys enjoyed the series. It was a great run. A lot of good times. A lot of good memories. But as for the Indianapolis Colts, big old Drewski, the owner, and everybody who was a part of these teams, it's finally time to send them off into the sunset.